For the boys Southern Nebraska Conference Basketball Tournament Championship game. Centennial is number 1 seed. They are number 2 in the NSAA C2 wildcard points. Sutton is the number 2 seed in the tournament. They are 4th in the NSAA. It's 2 versus 4. It's 2 versus 4. Don't matter how you shake it. It's 2 versus 4. Centennial 17-1 on their season. They only lost back in December to Tri-County 49-39. A Tri-County team that Wilbur-Clatonia beat, and then Tri-County beat Centennial. Not sure what happened on the 8th of December, but it hasn't happened since. Wins over Fairbury, Milford, Heartland, Nebraska Christian, Oakland Craig, Malcolm over this Sutton team. On January the 4th, these two teams played here at Centennial, and it was a Bronco victory 53-45. Raymond Central, Shelby Rising City, Columbus Lakeview, Central City, Fillmore Central, Thayer Central wins in the tournament for Centennial over Sandy Creek and Wilbur-Clatonia to get them into the championship. Still on the schedule, Aquinas Catholic on the 8th, Malcolm on the 9th, and Wilbur-Clatonia again on the 15th of February. Those are the last 3 regular season games. Centennial in a really nice position. Kind of no matter what happens in this game, they're in a really good position, sub-district-wise, NSAA playoff point-wise, in a very good spot for a possible state tournament berth. For the Sutton Mustangs, under Coach John Ladoff, they are 17-2 on the season. We mentioned the loss to Centennial. That was the first one of the season on January the 4th. They also lost at Milford 49-42. That Milford win was Milford coach Tony Mueller's 400th career victory. Then, of course, they come back in the tournament. They beat Fairbury 63-34, and they avenged that loss to Milford 71-60. So Sutton and Centennial for the SNC Boys Championship game, and we are expecting a lot of fun, a lot of fireworks, some big old boys playing some really good basketball. Starting lineups being introduced right now. Joel Bargan, Cooper Guerin, Jackson Hirschfeld, Wyatt Ellers, and Caleb Horn in the starting 5. Kyle Baumert, Cade Wiseman, Garrett Noose, Jordan Davis, and Seth George in the starting lineup for the Sutton Mustangs. Outside of Cade Wiseman, if you're not 6'2", you're not in the lineup for Sutton. It is a lanky group of guys and well built. A height and size advantage for sure. That'll go away in a second. For sure, in favor of Sutton. The Mustangs win the toss, and we are underway. It is Kyle Baumert. Now onto the far side for Cade Wiseman. Good ball movement, high post, Seth George. Rebound, Garrett Noose tips it to himself and finishes. So Centennial, first time they've got the crack at it. That's Cooper Guerin on the far wing for Caleb Horn up top. It was a great football game between these two back in September as well in the early part of the regular season. Centennial, of course, would go on to the C2 state championship as Hirschfeld knocks one down. Jackson Hirschfeld opens the scoring for the Broncos in a 3-2 Centennial lead. Jordan Davis, top of the key, gets a screen. Now for Wiseman. And Cade at 5'9". He might be the fastest guy on the floor. Yeah, I'm looking at Jackson Hirschfeld out there too. Wiseman's he is a uniquely gifted athlete out there. Cade goes baseline and ends up in Noose's hands, and a foul. They call Wyatt Ellers for the foul. Wyatt's first, team's first, and Noose to shoot 2. I'm not sure if this was always the plan or if this was a late phone call, but Brian Shaw literally arrived at the gym about 10 minutes before tip-off. I was in the hallway having a bite to eat, and here comes Brian Shaw in street clothes, holding his bag. Not by any means. Looking like he was ready to referee a game, and then here he is refereeing a game. This is George underneath, and Seth lays it in. 4 points for Sutton on second chance points. We'll try to keep track of that one as we go on. Cooper Guerin on the left side, guarded by Wiseman. A couple of sophomores battling each other. Guerin can't make the shot, but able to track down his own rebound. Hirschfeld in the corner. He's guarded by Seth George. Now Horn up top. And the defensive rebound for Baumert. Near side, Wiseman for three. Offensive rebound. Seth George stuffed from behind by Bargan, but saved right to Noose, who lays it in. So all 6 points for Sutton right now on the offensive glass. Hirschfeld goes behind his back, has it swatted by Noose. Here come the Mustangs. Far side, Seth George. Long bounce pass underneath. What a feed, but no finish. And the rebound for Caleb Horn. Oh, great opportunity, but Baumert couldn't get the ball through the hoop. Centennial down 3, 5:10 to go, first quarter. Hirschfeld picks it up, gets it to Horn, top of the key. Now Joel Bargan to Hirschfeld. Jackson averages just shy of 19, or just over 19 a game, and he's got a chance at a three-point play here on the spin move through the lane. Foul on Jordan Davis, his first, team's first. Jacob Bargan comes in. Jacob's a freshman, averages 6.5 points a game. Boy, he's going to be a good one to watch in the years to come. He and Gearhan are going to make a pretty good 1-2 combo as Hirschfeld has all 6 points for Centennial, and we're all square at 6. 4:45 to go, first quarter. Wiseman in the far corner wants the pass to the block, but it's stolen away. Gearhan comes away with a steal, first turnover of the game for either team. Hirschfeld thought twice about the three, didn't pull the trigger. Guarded by Jordan Davis. Davis has about almost 6 inches of height, maybe 4.5, 5 inches maybe. As Ellers goes baseline, a lot of contact, bounces on the rim, and the rebound for Seth George. Wyatt's not going to be the offensive scorer, certainly that he is in football anyway, as that one's stripped in the lane. And Guerin comes away with it again. Leaves it for Ellers. For Hirschfeld. Can't get the first. And a foul on the rebound. Seth George with the foul. They're not going to give a shot for Hirschfeld. He was pleading his case. They're not going to give him that. Joel Bargan back into the game, by the way, for Centennial. This is Hirschfeld with his dribble. Hands it up top. And the three for Horn spins in and out. And already now the fourth rebound for Garrett Noose. The move on the baseline. The shot no good by George. The rebound for Hirschfeld. Bargan stops, pulls up at 8. Rebound Seth George. Still tied up at 6 with 3:13 to go in the first. Want the lob. There's Noose on the block, up and in. Garrett Noose is going to be a problem tonight for Centennial. Noose already with 6 in the ball game. If there's any coach that can watch you play one time and figure out how to attack you the second time, it's Sutton coach John Ladoff, as Jacob Bargan, the freshman, came down the lane, got a nice pass from Ellers, and finished. We're all tied up again at 8. Sutton hasn't gone to the bench yet, but 2 guys waiting at the bench to check in. Here's a 3 from Davis. Hirschfeld the rebound. Hirschfeld picks it up, gets it to Joel Bargan, and now Wyatt Ellers. Jacob Bargan, left corner. Guarded by Wiseman, gets it to Horn. Hirschfeld with a bomb, no. Noose, 5 first quarter rebounds for Garrett Noose. Foul from behind on Wyatt Ellers. Wyatt's second. He's got, in fact, both Centennial fouls. Cooper Guerin back in for Centennial. Jacob Hates. Quentin Jones also out there. That's blocked by Bargan, but right underneath the shot. Again, no good by Haight. One more time. That is Seth George. (10-8), Sutton on top. Minute 16 to go, first quarter. Hirschfeld on the drive. Contact. Jacob Haight. First to 2 for Hirschfeld. By the way, it's kind of cool to look out in the, this is part of, we're in the gym. That's the new gym, right? 4 years old for Centennial. And in the addition, actually have all of the athletic boards. So football, basketball, track, cross country, golf, everything else that they've got out there. You look at the football board and you see Jackson Hirschfeld has, I think, every receiving record. I think he shares one with Max Tomes, but I think he has every receiving record in football, and he has an awful lot of the basketball records as well, including career scoring. Of course, he's not done with his senior year yet. 10-9, Sutton on top, final 43 seconds of the first quarter. Guerin, left side of the key for Horn in the corner. Now Hirschfeld, directing traffic. High post for Guerin. Step back. 22 seconds left, first quarter. And now a reset for Coach Cam Scholl and the Broncos. Hirschfeld guarded by Jordan Davis. Bargan comes on the screen. 5 seconds left. Hirschfeld goes to work. Out for Horn for 3. The rebound for Haight, and that's the quarter. End of 1. Sutton 10, Centennial 9. We come back to Centennial after this.
My name is William Scarf. I'm a diesel tech here in York, Nebraska for Truck Center Companies. Before I started working here, I helped a smaller mechanic shop, and I did some work here and there. And then I started working on some engines at home in my shop. And then that's when I kind of got my jump with diesel. I've liked the experience they're giving me, the hours they're able to give me, and just the training and all the accessories. Pay is good, benefits are wonderful. Basically, they offer basically all benefits. Pretty happy that I was able to find it so quickly, right after high school basically. It was really jump right into it, and it turns out to be a really good place to start a career.
Start of the second quarter, Sutton 10, Centennial 9 in the SNC Boys Championship game. Joel Bargan hands it off to Cooper Guerin, now Jackson Hirschfeld. Guerin goes baseline, leaves it outside again for Bargan. Horn up top, he will pull up at 12 feet. Garrett Noose already now 6 rebounds. To go along with 6 points. That was Bit out of control there as Hirschfeld tipped it. Quentin Jones went flying through the lane, and it will stay with the Mustangs. Wiseman left side, leaves it in the corner for Jones. Up top, that's a three from Haight. That was maybe partially blocked and out of bounds, though, off of Sutton as Kyle Baumert tried to go track it down. Horn gets it to Guerin. Cooper, long three, rattles it home. Wow. Cooper Guerin, the second leading scorer for Centennial at just shy of 15 a game, gives the Broncos their first lead of the game. Baseline all the way to the rim, but the shot too far underneath by Haight. Here comes Hirschfeld. Jackson fouled from behind before a shot. And inbounds coming for the Broncos. Cade Wiseman, the guilty party, is first. The team's fourth. Jordan Davis and Seth George into the game. Sutton has gone too deep to the bench. Centennial has gone one so far. We might see some Ian Schluter. We'll see. Long two, up and good by Hirschfeld. He's got 9 to lead the way for Centennial. And the Broncos lead by 4. This was a 53-49 game. First time these two teams played earlier in January. It's a three from Jones up top, but an offensive rebound for Jordan Davis. No. Offensive rebound for Noose. Yes. Garrett Noose, 6 of his 8 points so far on the offensive glass. Nebraska could have used some of those points off the offensive rebounds today against Illinois. Hirschfeld, far corner. Screen from Bargan. Pick and roll through it right at Bargan's feet. Joel able to pick it up, though. Hirschfeld out for Guerin. That would hit the glass, actually, and the rebound for Quentin Jones. Cross court. Tipped. Down in the lane, actually almost fell down, did Jordan Davis. He was going so fast, but somehow able to control the top half of his body to get the layup. And we're all tied at 14. 4:48 to go here in the first half. Guerin from Hirschfeld. No. Noose with 8 rebounds already in the contest. Baumert. Whoop. Quentin Jones cut. Kyle Baumert threw it to that fine-looking lady in the wheelchair on the far side of the gym. Horn pressured by Seth George. And fouled by Seth George. Seth's second, team's 5th. 2 fouls whistled against Centennial, by the way. Jacob Haight going to come in as George comes out. Jacob Bargan, the freshman on the wing for Joel at the high post. Joel's a junior. Hirschfeld hangs, cannot finish. And the rebound for Wiseman. And into the front court, right through the hands of Eli Stengel. And that is the 4th turnover for the Mustangs. So you do all that work defensively. You get the stop you wanted. but then you throw it away 10 seconds into the possession. Our score remains tied at 14 with 3:45 to go in the first half. Each team is led by a few, but nobody by more than 4. On the block, Guerin tries to force it up left-handed, got it back, had it blocked. Ooh, a foul call, though, at the top of the shot on Garrett Noose. Tough call there. Guerin will get 2 shots. Guerin last year, as we get a timeout here, Cooper Guerin set the Centennial school record for threes made in a season a year ago at 74. He's about halfway to the career record, and he's a sophomore. He's about on his way to another 70-some this year, too. So that's pretty good. 15-14, timeout here for Sutton is a 30-second timeout. It lets us let you know that tonight's games and today's games from the SNC tournament are brought to you in part by Cornerstone Bank, Truck Center Companies, and Region 5 Health Systems. Our advertising partners on Strive TV and Strive Sports, they make it possible, their financial contributions make it possible for us to come to the SNC tournament or the CRC tournament last weekend in York, or the Central 10 Conference tournament last week that was also in York at the high school. We go to Mudecas in January. We do some wrestling out in Amherst. We'll be at District Wrestling next weekend. All fun stuff that we get to do because of our advertising partners. Guerin goes 2 for 2. He's got 5 points. Centennial's lead is 2, 16-14 with 3:27 to go in the first half. Garrett Noose on the floor. He's got 1 foul. Here's a 3, and it's good. Sutton with a lead. Jacob Haight knocks it down. That's the first 3 of the ball game for the Mustangs. Jacob Bargan. His dribble up top between the legs, behind the back. Now gets it for Joel. Now Caleb Horn lines it up, knocks it down for 3. On the other side, Centennial has already knocked down 3 threes by 3 individuals. And the Broncos lead by 2. 2:42 to go, first half. Wiseman guarded by Hirschfeld. Back to the right side for Stengel for 3. Offensive rebound, Jordan Davis. Yes. Davis with 4 points, tied back up at 19. Horn to Hirschfeld, backdoor cut. Fouled by Noose. Garrett doesn't like the call. I think Garrett would have been better off just going up and just blocking the shot. Don't take a big swing at that, looking like a volleyball player coming in there. I think he was going to get there on Hirschfeld, and instead he'll send Jackson to the free throw line for 2. That is the second foul on Noose. 17 fouls on the Mustangs. So Noose comes out. Jacob Rogers comes in. So a 1-point lead for Centennial again. Biggest lead either team has had has been 3 so far. Maybe 4 by Sutton. In any effect, we've been very, very close this entire game as Cooper Guerin will be whistled for a reach in there. His first, just the team's 3rd. Wyatt Ellers has the other 2. Wyatt's on the bench right now. So again, Coach Cam Scholl and Centennial, they're not going to go deep to the bench. Sutton has already played 9 guys, though. Baumert up top for Haight. He will spot a long 3, no good. Hirschfeld the rebound. Leave it up ahead for Bargan. His layup is good. The rebound and assist for Hirschfeld, the layup for Bargan. 22-19. Hirschfeld is still. Hirschfeld, layup. (24-19). Minute to go, first half. Baumert into the corner for Haight. Free ball good. Jacob Haight with a couple of threes in the period. Sutton back within 2. 43 seconds to go, first half. Horn, now Hirschfeld. Maybe one shot here for the Broncos. Now Davis makes Hirschfeld put the dribble down. 15 seconds to go. Each team is led by 4. We've got 8 seconds left. Hirschfeld. Foul on Bargan. Just the 4th team foul and just the 1st on Joel. 2.5 left. Length of the floor here for Sutton. Get it into Baumert. The runner. Off the glass and no. 24-22. Centennial leading Sutton at the halftime break. We will come back with some halftime stats, a tournament recap. It's next on StriveSports.com.
My name is William Scarf. I'm a diesel tech here in York, Nebraska for Truck Center Companies. Before I started working here, I helped a smaller mechanic shop, and I did some work here and there. And then I started working on some engines at home in my shop. And then that's when I kind of got my jump with diesel. I've liked the experience they're giving me, the hours they're able to give me, and just the training and all the accessories. Pay is good, benefits are wonderful. Basically, they offer basically all benefits. Pretty happy that I was able to find it so quickly, right after high school basically. It was really jump right into it, and it turns out to be a really good place to start a career.
Teens drink 1/4 of all alcohol sold in Nebraska. That's 2 times the national average, 5th worst in the nation. But there's something proven to stop teen binge drinking. It's called parenting, and there is one parenting style that works best. Learn more about the parenting style that works against teen drinking. Talkaboutalcohol.org.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Halftime in Centennial for the Southern Nebraska Conference Boys Championship game. It is Centennial 24 and Sutton 22. First half scoring for Sutton. Jacob Haight led the way, or had 6 on 2 threes, but it was Garrett Noose that led the way with 8 points. Seth George with 4, Jordan Davis with 4. Second chance points, something to keep an eye on. 12 second chance points for Sutton in that first half. They only scored 22 total points. For Centennial, Jackson Hirschfeld leading the way with 12. Jacob Bargan with 2. Cooper Guerin with 5. Caleb Horn with 3. Joel Bargan with 2. Centennial 5 of 7 at the free throw line. 3 3-pointers. 2 second chance points and 2 transition points. Actually, take that back, make that 4 transition points. So it should be a good one here in the second half. Sutton, we mentioned it late in the second quarter. They've gone 4 to the bench. So they've played 9 guys so far. Coach Cam Scholl and Centennial, they've played 6. That might be all they get to tonight unless foul trouble warrants otherwise. Wyatt Ehlers sat most of the second quarter with the foul trouble, but he is back out there to start the second half. For Centennial, it's Hirschfeld, Ehlers, Guerin, Horn, and Bargan. For Sutton, that's Seth George making the basket. Cade Wiseman, Kyle Baumer, Jordan Davis, and Garrett Noose. So right out of the gate, Seth George ties it up at 24. Pick and roll, it's off a foot. And we'll stay with the Broncos. Ehlers, right side. Guerin comes over the top of a double screen and lays it in. Cooper Guerin with 7 points. 2-point lead again for the Broncos. Seth George going to work, now gets it to Noose. And Noose's pass stolen away by Bargan, and a reach-in foul on Seth George. And right away, third quarter, that's the 3rd personal foul on Seth. First team foul of the half on the Mustangs. Ehlers on the far wing. For Guerin between the circles. Hirschfeld, left side. Gets a screen for Horn. Caleb stops at the elbow. Rebound by Baumert. Kyle's second rebound of the game. Baumert, far side, skips it back near side for Jordan Davis. Goes baseline. Seth George, now it's a 3 up top by Baumert, and it's good. Kyle Baumert, that's his first points of the game, gives Sutton a 1-point lead. Each team has led by 4, and that's it. We have been that close throughout this game. Ehlers on the wing. Leaves it for Horn, quick 3. Noose the rebound. That is 9 rebounds now for Garrett Noose. Cross-court pass for Seth George to the rim. Three-point Mustang lead. Guerin near side. High post for Ehlers. For Horn. Caleb on the drive. For Bargan for 3. Good by Joel. Timeout Centennial. Tied up at 29. Full timeout. We said it during the girls' game, but we don't get to say it very often, but it's Happy Birthday Week. We say. For Strive TV. Back in February of 2012, our CEO, Taylor Siebert, asked the athletic directors of the Southern Nebraska Conference if he could stream from the SNC tournament. The athletic directors and administrators at the time said, sure. After rave reviews, Heartland Beat did the streaming, by the way. After rave reviews, the first iteration of Strive was underway. It didn't work out. Taylor thought, man, everybody in the state's going to be calling me to stream their games. And nobody did. but a few key conversations, one of those with the superintendent of Heartland Schools at the time, Dr. Norm Yoder, kind of flipped the script a little bit. Strive TV was born in the fall, actually in August of 2012, and we celebrate now our 8th birthday here at the SNC tournament. We always call this birthday week. Taylor is a graduate of Heartland Community Schools. I'm Eric Olga, Strive Sports Director, graduate of the last class of Geneva before it became Fillmore Central in 2000. Other members of our team, Sarah Bruni is a Heartland graduate in 2012. Ben Mohorn, he's a graduate of York. And Tony Chapman, he's from Hampton, so he's a CRC kid and Central 10. But between the Central 10, the CRC, and the SNC, there's a reason everybody's near and dear to our hearts. And so happy birthday to Strive, and thank you for the SNC Conference being the first to have all member schools on the Strive platform. Cade Wiseman knocks down a 3. 2 threes the entire first half, already 2 in the third quarter for the Mustangs. Their lead is 3 again, 32-29. Jacob Bargan up top for Cooper Guerin. Cooper pulls up long 2, defensive rebound, Seth George. Chance to extend for the Mustangs. Wiseman, guarded by Hirschfeld, to Jordan Davis, to Baumert. Kyle from the elbow. Yes! 5 in the quarter for Baumert. This the biggest lead for either team in the game, and it's 5. 4:23 to go, third quarter. Hirschfeld dribbled it off his foot. Bargan can't save it. Turnover, Broncos. This can't be right. I'm marking that down as the first turnover for Centennial in the game. If it's not the first, boy, it's not very many. And now Sutton with the air of momentum right now. It is an 8-5 start. Actually, excuse me, it's a 12-5 start in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. An offensive rebound for Baumert and another opportunity. Noose on the wing, up top for Wiseman. Wiseman for 3. Got it. And the lead is 8 for Sutton. Centennial won the regular season matchup 53-49. Jacob Bargan can't get that one to fall, and that's the 10th Garrett Noose rebound of the game. Noose on the block, got by Bargan. Joel, jump ball. Possession, Centennial. Wow. What a defensive play by Joel Bargan. Got beat by Noose when he spun with it. But Bargan able to stuff Noose on the shot on the way up. So the ball back to Centennial. The Broncos trailing by 8 with 3:08 to go in the third. Jacob Bargan, far wing. Guerin up top. Hirschfeld on the drive, splits a triple team and muscles it in. First points of the second half for Jackson Hirschfeld. He's got 14 to lead all scorers. 6-point Mustang lead. Wiseman's 3 no good, but Cade able to track down the rebound and draw a foul. First foul on Jackson Hirschfeld, first foul on Centennial of the half. Quentin Jones in the game, tosses it up top for Jordan Davis. Garrett Noose, offensive rebound and putback. Noose with 10 points, 10 rebounds, 8 of his points on the offensive glass. Jacob Bargan, no. Quentin Jones, the rebound. Here come the Mustangs, leading again by 8. Noose with another offensive rebound. No shot, but a foul on the floor. Jackson Hirschfeld, second personal, second team foul of the half. Garrett Noose is a problem for Centennial. Jordan Davis, skip pass. Wiseman in the corner, another one. Yeah! 3 of them in the corner for Cade Wiseman. Biggest lead of the game, 11 for Sutton. Hirschfeld on the wing. Leaves it for Bargan, 10-footer, no. Foul on the rebound on Sutton. Jordan Davis, his second, team second. Caleb Horn replaces Jacob Bargan in the Centennial lineup. Hirschfeld to Ehlers. Back to Hirschfeld. Yes. Timeout Centennial. An 8-point game again. 32nd timeout taken by Coach Cam Scholl. We'll take it as well. Back to Centennial for the boys' SNC championship game.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
So an 8-point lead for the Mustangs of Sutton. With 1:26 to go in the third quarter. They have led by as many as 11 prior to that run by Sutton. The biggest lead for either team had been 4. Sutton tied the game right out of the gates at 24 in the third quarter. And then Ehlers comes up with a steal, forcing the 6th Mustang turnover of the game. Ehlers on the wing. Now Hirschfeld to Guerin. Guerin, offensive foul. Had the shoulder dropped. Wiseman draws the charge. The second on Guerin, the third on the team, and the second turnover for the Broncos. So an 8-point lead, 43 seconds and counting, third quarter. Wiseman on the wing, gets a screen from Noose. Haight to Davis. To Noose, 25 seconds left. Quentin Jones a 3, too long, offensive rebound, and then a steal. Here comes Hirschfeld with 18 seconds left. Hirschfeld has it stolen by Jones from behind. 10 seconds left, third quarter. What hustle by Jones. 5 seconds left, Noose needs to get rid of it. Jordan Davis. Davis goes on the drive. No, the tip. Oh, nearly off there. Haight had a chance at it but couldn't get it to go. End of 3, 42-34, Sutton on top. The SNC Boys Championship comes back in a minute.
Teens drink 1/4 of all alcohol sold in Nebraska. That's 2 times the national average, 5th worst in the nation. But there's something proven to stop teen binge drinking. It's called parenting, and there is one parenting style that works best. Learn more about the parenting style that works against teen drinking. Talkaboutalcohol.org.
42-34. We go to the fourth quarter. Sutton leading. They led by as many as 11 in that third. A drive, a kick, Baumert for the three, and he got it to go. Kyle Baumert right out of the gate. All 8 of his points in the second half. Back to an 11-point Mustang lead. Hirschfeld up to 19 points now in the ball game. The three from Baumert. No, from 2 from Wiseman. Cade Wiseman's got 4 of those in the half. He's got all 12 of his points in the second half. The lead is 12. Guerin all the way to the rim. Missed it. Rebound, Seth George. Seth with 5 caroons in the ball game. 7 threes for Sutton in the game. They didn't hit any in the first quarter. I don't know, I'd give it to Baumert again. Why not? That one off the front. Noose with an offensive rebound. Garrett fouled, he'll shoot a couple. Joel Bargan picks up the foul. That's Joel's second, the 4th on Centennial. Garrett Noose, folks, he's a problem. I'll tell you that absolutely and unequivocally for Centennial. He's got 10 points. He's 0 for 3 from the free throw line, but he's got 10 points, 8 of which have come on second chance opportunities. Jacob Bargan just checked into the game for Centennial. But Noose missed both free throws. Ellers grabs the rebound. So a 12-point game, 48-36 with 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Hirschfeld spinning, corner, Bargan. Joel looking for something. Now he's got to go. Picks up a dribble. Great defense from Sutton, and it's going to be a turnover for the Broncos. Mustang fans recognize that defensive effort. (48-36). 5:38 and counting, fourth quarter. 12-point lead is the largest lead of the game for the Mustangs, who are actually down 24-22 at half. Bargan knocks that post entry pass out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs. Down the lane, that's off the leg of Davis. Bargan reached in there and got it off of Jordan's leg. Ellers will set things up for the Broncos. A lot of time left, but if you're Centennial, you got to be highly efficient when the opportunity presents itself. It's not going to come easy, but if you get something easy, you got to make it. Hirschfeld can't connect on the three, and the defensive rebound for Seth George. Second chance points and rebounds in total absolutely in favor of Sutton. 20 second chance points in the game for the Mustangs, and well, let's put it this way. Garrett Noose has more rebounds than Centennial does as a team. Step back, Wiseman left it short. Offensive rebound, Baumert. Noose back to Bomberts. Hirschfeld way up for a rebound. Hirschfeld coast to coast. That one falls out. Seth George the rebound. Mustangs by 12 all the way, and a foul. Jordan Davis with a chance at a three-point play. Jacob Bargan, his first, team's fifth. Garrett Noose comes out. Jacob Haight comes in. It's an 8-2 start right now in the fourth quarter for Sutton. Ellers tracks down that rebound. A 14-point Mustang lead. Hirschfeld drives, up and under. Again, no, but he'll shoot free throws this time. That's something that if Centennial's going to get back in this game, they have got to get to the free throw line. These are about to be the first two free throws of the second half for the Broncos. Jordan Davis, the foul, his third and the team's third of the half. Hirschfeld is 3 for 5 at the free throw line. Now he's 4 of 6. Hirschfeld has 20 points. Now he's got 21. Timeout for Centennial. It's a 30-second timeout. Earlier today, the SNC tournament, we had the girls' third-place game. We went overtime in game one of the day between Superior and Centennial on the girls' side. Kaylin Meyer banks in a three with 1 second left in regulation to force overtime. Superior scored first in overtime, but Centennial wins the game. 53-51 when it was all said and done. An 11-9 score in the overtime period for Centennial. The hometown Broncos had 3 in double figures, led by Kate Hirschfeld with 13, Brooklyn Guerin with 12, and Hunter Hartshorn with 10. Boys' third place game, it was Milford from the opening tip, 57-26, the final count. Nearly everybody that played scored for the Eagles. The SNC Girls Championship belongs to Fillmore Central for the first time in Fillmore Central history. They won it over Milford 53-40. Got 18 points from Jackie Shelkoff, 13 from Macy Scott, and 12 from Aaron Schmidt in that game. So we're capping off a day of 4 games here at the SNC tournament with this boys championship. And right now it's Sutton by 12 with 3.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Bomberts did not pull the trigger on the three in the corner. The first time these two teams played was on January the 4th, 53-45. Sutton won that game. So already more offensive flow, and you can see that the second chance points alone have been a huge difference in this ball game. Centennial going to have to really jump into passing lanes because Sutton might run this flex offense for the next 2 minutes and never give it back to Centennial. On the corner, backside, Wiseman thought about it twice and then gets fouled by Bargan. We can almost see the gears turn in there for Cade Wiseman, but he will get a couple of free throws. Bargan's third foul, the 6th on Centennial, so Sutton will be in the bonus for the rest of the game. Wiseman was scoreless in the first half, had 3 threes in the third quarter, added another one here in the fourth, and he makes the first of 2 free throws here. Pushes the lead back to 13 with 2:43 to go. And he makes them both. Timeout Sutton. 30-second timeout for the Mustangs. The lead is 14. Biggest lead of the game for Sutton. We'll come back to Centennial after this.
My name is William Scarf. I'm a diesel tech here in York, Nebraska for Truck Center Companies. Before I started working here, I helped a smaller mechanic shop, and I did some work here and there. And then I started working on some engines at home in my shop. And then that's when I kind of got my jump with diesel. I've liked the experience they're giving me, the hours they're able to give me, and just the training and all the accessories. Pay's good, benefits are.
All right, we're back to it. 14-point Sutton lead. Centennial got to get something going. Only 4 points in the quarter so far, all from Jackson Hirschfeld, and he misfires there, and another rebound for Garrett Noose. Backside, Wiseman wide open. The lead is 16, and the Mustangs can feel it. Hirschfeld makes it a 14-point game. Jackson has 23 in the ball game. Timeout. Sutton avoids the 10-second violation. Full timeout taken by Coach Ladoff. Coming up for these teams, we mentioned for Centennial, it's manageable the rest of the way. 3 home games. How about that? You get a host conference, and then you end the season with 3 home games. So they will play Aquinas on the 8th and Malcolm on the 9th. And then on February the 15th, they will take on Wilbur-Clatonia. Again, if you're Centennial, it's manageable the rest of the way. For Sutton, they will go to Wilbur-Clatonia on the 5th. They will play in Geneva against Fillmore Central on the 8th, and they will host Superior on the end of the regular season on the 15th. So again, for Sutton, it's very manageable for the rest of the regular season. So both these teams, and really the way the points are right now, if things go the way they probably should for these two teams, they're both going to be in the top 5 in C2 points come the end of the regular season. It's a matter of just taking care of business the rest of the way, no matter what comes of this one. This is almost more about the mentality of how well are you playing at the end of the year and into the postseason. Foul there on Hirschfeld on the inbounds will be the 7th team foul. So Wiseman will go to the foul line for the 1-and-1. Second half points for Cade Wiseman, the sophomore for Sutton. Hirschfeld dices to the rim, can't get it. The foul on Sutton, actually, on the rebound. They'll call Baumert for his first. Just the 4th team foul on the Mustangs. Hirschfeld, an open 3. Noose, the rebound. Wiseman on the run out. Baumert through his hands, but off of Bargan. Stays with Sutton. So earlier tonight we had the first Fillmore Central Girls SNC Championship. I don't even want to count how many Sutton has won of these things. I mean, if it's not Sutton, it's Milford usually, right? I mean, that's kind of how the SNC's been for like, I don't know, 30 years. Centennial, you're defending champions, though, in this tournament, but things not going well right now with just 1:28 to go. That foul on Guerin is his 3rd. And Wiseman will shoot a 1-and-1. That is 18 points in the game for Cade Wiseman. All have come in the second half. And now 19. Yeah, he's going to be fun to watch. And a 17-point Mustang lead. Hirschfeld. Foul on Ehlers. Wyatt's 3rd, team's 9th. Still a 1-and-1, and it's Cade Wiseman again. This game was Centennial 24, Sutton 22 at half. Guerin, a long bomb. Ellers lost the rebound out of bounds. Inbounds to Jordan Davis, to Wiseman. And a minute to go in this one. And a foul there will send Jordan Davis to the line for a double bonus now. That is 4 on number 5. That's Wyatt Ellers. 2 shots here for Jordan Davis. Jordan's got 6 points. Oh, he's got 7. 6'4" senior. This is it's a big Sutton crew, right? It's this C2 race. As we get to the end of the regular season, I see BRLD and North Bend Central. North Bend's in C1, but BRLD is at the top of the points in C2. Are playing tonight in their conference final. Offensive rebound here for Hirschfeld. His 3 is good. .44 seconds left, a 13-point game. .28 points tonight for Jackson Hirschfeld. 11 of them here in the fourth quarter. But the team effort from the Sutton Mustangs, including 19 second-half points from Cade Wiseman. He has led the way. And a 58-45 lead with 44 seconds to go in this one. Centennial will fall for just the second time this year. They will be 17-2. Sutton avenges the regular season loss in the first week of January to the Centennial Broncos. They will be 18-2 after tonight. Like we said, regular season-wise, both these teams very manageable. You would expect both of them to go into the postseason with just 2 losses. It would be a matter of points. I think both teams, if I looked right, the sub-district looks very manageable for both squads. And then, of course, your sub-state. What everybody else but the NSAA calls that Saturday before the state tournament. That becomes the final, the final Saturday when you're in to the state tournament. Everybody else calls it sub-state. NSAA just calls it the district finals. But it's the top 16 that's left. Your district winners and your next, the next 6 in the wild cards become the top 16 to try to win your way to state. So both these teams are going to be in position to perhaps even have home games in that round of 16. Wiseman makes both there. The lead is 15 with 37 seconds left. Guerin's drive, no good. Noose, the rebound. And the layup for Jordan Davis. 62-45. We wind down these final seconds. The Sutton Mustangs are going to be the 2019 SNC Boys Tournament champions. That is the 5th foul on Wyatt Ellers. Again, I want to say a very big thank you to Carson from Centennial, who at the start of the day today thought he was going to film the Centennial girls and the Centennial boys games. And we roped him into filming all 4 games that we did here this afternoon. Carson, thank you. Your efforts got you, I hope, at least a pulled pork sandwich in the hospitality room. My brother Aaron running Wirecast for us all day. He likes that better than switching, he tells me. A lot of subs coming in for Sutton as Coach Ladoff goes to the bench. Lets his starters get a round of their own applause. Hirschfeld one more time. And that will be your final. Sutton 62, Centennial 47. The Mustangs are SNC tournament champions. Individual scoring for Centennial. Jacob Bargan with 2. Cooper Guerin with 7. Caleb Horn 3. Joe Bargan with 5. Jackson Hirschfeld 30 points in the loss. He had all 13 of his team's points in the fourth quarter. But how about a 40-point second half for Coach John Ladoff and the Mustangs of Sutton? .21 points for Cade Wiseman of Sutton, all in the second half. Kyle Baumert with 8 as the Mustangs get the plaque for the SNC title. Jordan Davis finishes with 9, Jacob Haight with 6, Seth George with 8, and Garrett Noose with 10 points and 13 rebounds for the Mustangs. Congratulations to Sutton and to Fillmore Central, your boys and girls SNC tournament champions. Again, a huge thank you to Carson, who filmed all 4 games today. That is an outstanding job. Thank you, sir. To Aaron, my brother, keeping track, keeping us online all day. It's a big day. It's time to go home, though. Another birthday wish to Strive TV as we turn 8 years old as of the SNC tournament. Thank you to everyone who has watched and supported Strive TV over the years. Southern Nebraska Conference, the first conference to have all of its member schools on the Strive platform. We did the same thing with the CRC tournament a little bit later on this fall, but the SNC was first. So thank you to all of the schools, the teachers, the students, and the fans that have supported Strive TV over the years. For now, we say good night from Centennial and the Southern Nebraska Conference basketball tournaments.